This time round, the refrain, of course, will be "God save the King." In President Trump's words, his friend, Charles. Trump might be busy upending global norms, but in one thing at least, he is consistent: his fondness for British royals. Casually confirming last night at the White House that he's coming back to Blighty.
Well, I was invited by the King and by the country, great country, they're going to do a second, as you know, a second fest. And that's what it is. It's a fest, and it's beautiful. And it's the first time it's ever happened to one person.
The letter from the King that Keir Starmer brandished a month and a half ago has borne fruit.
So can I present the letter from the King to you?
Thank you very much. Am I supposed to read it right now?
Yeah, please do.
The reasons for State Visit 2.0 are not complicated. Keep this divisive and increasingly unpredictable US president on side. At Buckingham Palace today, American visitors were all too aware that Trump doesn't always go down well overseas.
So you may have heard that your president has been invited and is coming for a second state visit.
I'm sorry about that.
Are you?
For you guys, I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
We're not huge Trump supporters, so yes, it's a little embarrassing.
America's reputation hasn't been good for, this is an issue that's existed well before Trump.
Yeah.
But I certainly don't think that Trump makes it any better. I think.
You don't think a visit might help that?
Not really.
No other world leader in modern history has had this privilege, we're told. You think that's a good thing?
I think so. To be honest, I think Trump is enthralled by the history here.
You think so?
I do. Yeah. I do. He's like that.
Scottish mother.
Yeah, just the British history. It's so amazing, and so he's kind of starstruck by it.
Yeah.
So
maybe we could get a good trade deal there.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope so.
You know?
I want everyone to be friends.
Banter aside, many serious matters are yet to be resolved. A trade deal may well be imminent, but could this mean US companies play a bigger role in the NHS? Will we be forced to accept chlorinated chicken? What about big tech and the broligarchs? And the future of NATO and Ukraine? The palace and the government will argue there are plenty of very good reasons to invite President Donald Trump for an unprecedented second state visit. But there are many who fear that rolling out the red carpet is the last thing the UK should be doing to a president who's walking roughshod over so many old friendships and relationships. Visit 1 and royal watchers were not amused when King of the photo op, President Trump, strode in front of his host. And remember the blimp. It's in storage, ready and waiting for round 2. The Stop Trump coalition says the King's letter should have been withdrawn.
Best case scenario is we get so many people on the streets that it is actually very, very difficult for him to fulfill the kind of state visit that he wants. You know, he wants all the pageantry, all the ceremony. He wants to go meet the King and go to Windsor or Balmoral. We need to just make that as hard as possible so that he hears that, but also back in the United States, his coalition sees the way that he's been treating and begins to think, actually, is this the kind of person we want representing us in the world?
As well as taking tea with the King, President Trump can expect a boisterous welcome party from the people.